Time for another weekday wine review here at wineexpedition.com. I'm Neil Myers. Thanks for joining me for a little wine tasting. Hope you're enjoying the site, and if you're seeing us somewhere else on the internet, it's thanks to our friends at Tubemogul.com. Going to have a little Zinfandel today from Paso, Robles, which, if you're not familiar, it's Central California, away from the coast, and it's definitely prime Zinfandel country. Peachy Canyon Winery, they're on Highway 46, just west of the 101. Small winery. They do mostly Zins from various properties around their winery, including their winery. Names like Old Schoolhouse Zinfandel and Mustard Creek, Mustang Springs. Very small case production Zins, that each one capturing the essence of a piece of land near the winery. The one we're having today is sort of their entry-level cuvee Zinfandel. It's 100% Zinfandel, but it's from, sort of a mix of some of the various properties. It's called Incredible Red, 2006, and this one's not going to break the bank. It's around $10, $11, so certainly their entry-level Zin, but definitely I think captures a taste of Paso Robles. Let's give it a check out. I've already had some with dinner last night, so I saved it a little for a tasting today. Good color for a Zin, a little light perhaps for the average Zin. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a Zin nose, sort of dark fruit, a little vanilla in there, a little spice. Definitely a strong nose. Tastes better than it did last night. It's opened up a little bit. The thing about Zinfandels, and depending on what your tastes are, some Zins are big and jammy, fruit bombs. And some people like that. I personally tend to look for the more sort of refined, more crafted Zins that have a little bit of, show a little bit of restraint. Surprisingly, usually the lower priced ones, by the way, are the ones that are all over the place. They're big and in your face. There's no restraint. This is surprisingly subtle for an inexpensive Zin, I have to say. Definitely the flavors you'd expect, that raspberry, sort of tart raspberry, pomegranate. Again, there's a little spice in the background, but it's not hitting me in the face. It's not overt, and I love that. For $11, this is a nice stylized Zinfandel that isn't overpowering. It's got a little bit of a finish, tapers off, not huge. And again, some of the Zins I tend to lean towards the more crafted, stylized Zins in the $25, $35 range. This doesn't necessarily compete with them, but it's actually very pleasant and very drinkable for $11, $12, and it's not the overt fruit bomb that you get with a lot of California Zins. It's also not particularly hot in terms of alcohol. It's under 14%, like 13.9% alcohol, which a lot of these California Zins, they're hitting with 15%, 15.5% alcohol, which is a bit much. So, and once again, at that price point, that's usually the case. So I have to tip my hat to the folks at Peachy Canyon for making a $12, $11 Zin that's not too high in alcohol and isn't hitting me over the head with a fruit bomb. So definitely thumbs up to this one. One more sip before we go. So that's your assignment today, is find a little Paso Robles Zinfandel. If you can find the Peachy Canyon, you won't go wrong. All their Zins are great. But this one won't break the checkbook. It's only $11, $12. The Peachy Canyon 2006 Incredible Red from Paso Robles. Enjoy it, and until next time, I'm Neil Myers. Cheers.